Hello people of the internet, it's Amanda, and I honestly had no plans in making this video at all. Actually, I have very different plans for what I would be filming today, but I'm just super excited. I know that this week is gonna be Land Week, which is in reference to the new album of King and Prince, their second album actually, but I didn't expect that they were going to drop small bits from the documentary that will be included in their second album when they went to America to train for singing, for dancing, prancing around basically. I wasn't prepared. So I had a lot of other plans for today, but that was just interrupted when I found out about this video. I don't know if I missed the announcement of this in the FC. I don't know. There's just so many things happening over the week. I just feel like there's just so many feels, there's so many things happening that I just want to sit down, film a video, talk about, everything that's in my mind right now, because that's just how it is here on my channel. So there's that. Now, actually going to talk about the YouTube cut of the documentary. Finally, I've been yapping already. So it's just a 3-minute clip of basically the boys talking about, this experience of going to America, training there. And one of the things that I actually like is they apparently trained with not just one, but two dance instructors, dance trainers who are also very known in the field. So there's Melvin Tim Tim, who is, you know him from World of Dance, all of that. And then there's also Phil Tayag, who's formerly from Jabberwockies, who is currently Bruno Mars' choreographer. My brain is like on hyper speed right now, so I couldn't really pinpoint a lot of details, but so there's definitely that. These are not just, of course they're they're Filipino American and stuff like that. So there's just one bit which speaks to me because I'm Filipino. But there's also this idea of, these are world-class talents interacting with my boys. So there's definitely that feeling of, when they started talking about the potential that they see in them, like how, these are real, like they are already great performers. It's just pushing more and more of their potential out there. So having these people talk about it that way, talk about King and Prince that way, it's definitely something, especially given, again, the restriction of what J Entertainment has been for the past couple of years, or at least specifically for Johnny's as well. So there's definitely that. And then I don't know, like there's just something so interesting about them trying to interact as well in English. Like they have expressed before how it's not really their strongest suit, which I absolutely adore. I mean, one thing that I like about the music industry in general now, or just the entertainment industry in general now, is as compared to like a couple of years where things like this will definitely be more of like Orientalism and stuff like that, where the East and the West, it's sort of like this divide, and it's really more of like novelty when talents from the East cross over and stuff like that. But now it's really not like that at all. Like for me as a fan, been in this industry for how many years now, there's definitely that transition that I notice as well. So just seeing them, trying their hardest, but it's not necessarily like one person in the group knowing how to speak English and being like the arbiter for the entire group. These are guys who are still very free in expressing themselves in the language that they speak, which reminds me so much of how like what we're seeing with Arashi's documentary Voyage, where these guys, they're not changing where they're from, or they're not trying to like fit this new culture into them, just meshing all together just so there's this connectivity. It's not really like that at all, but it's really more of like, this is what J Entertainment is like, this is who King and Prince is, this is J-pop in general, and we're not shifting it around to completely in a 180-degree kind of level just so it could reach this international kind of sphere, but it's really more of like a piece of us being delivered to the world, rather than us trying to tweak who we are for the world to see. So I'm not sure if that makes a lot of sense, but that's what I'm picking up from here. And I think generally, just speaking about Japanese entertainment in general, it's always been like that. It's not really more of like tweaking their culture to fit more international standards, but it's really more of just showing the Japanese ingenuity outside to the outside world. Which again sometimes can be very antithetical, considering that, you know, they have a lot of restricted content, region locked content, and all of those things. But it's just kind of fascinating for me to see, you know, King and Prince doing this as well, following, you know, the following, especially with the current track record of how Arashi is currently doing it or have done it, with Turning Up and everything like that, and their other international, you know, initiatives nowadays. So there's definitely that. I'm not sure. I feel like I'm not making sense in this video. But yeah, and another thing is, apart from that, like, there's definitely a lot to say in terms of just how they are. Like, there's definitely this fun in this group where it's not all, obviously, like, they're working really hard and doing so, but you can really see the sort of like camaraderie in them. Like, they are after all childhood friends in a way as well. The bond is definitely there, like chaoticness of just these guys being in their 20s, you know, doing what they do best. And it's just quite interesting to see them have that in the world that's outside of Japan. It's one of those bittersweet moments where, you know, I also think about Genki a lot, considering that, you know, this is a very fun experience. This is an experience where they have member produced songs for the first time in this particular album. They did this documentary, and I don't know, I kind of miss Genki a lot, seeing this as well. Like, as much as I'm happy talking about this and seeing these guys, you know, just be their chaotic selves, but at the same time be their professional selves as well, doing all these things in just a span of like 3 minutes, what they showed to us in this particular video, you know, it makes me kind of like, I'm looking forward to them pushing this on another level once they're complete once again. So those are my thoughts on this. Another thing is, I'm so messy. Like, I didn't prepare anything for this. I just planned to like sit down and just talk about them. The first bit of the video was so uncalled for, in my opinion. Like, I am not even 10 minutes in, and the visuals are just, 10 minutes. I'm not even just like 1 minute in to the video, just 10 seconds. And I was already attacked by visuals, not just one of them. I mean, I'm a self-proclaimed, you know, massive fan of like, Sho is my ichiban for Kinpuri. But I was just so alarmed with everybody. I mean, there's just a lot happening there visual-wise. And then you see them having fun and having all these things, you know, speaking in English, being very weird, and then performing and rehearsing. And it's just a lot to take in on a Monday. But I don't know, I just want to like sit down, gush, talk about it. I'm pretty excited about the album. I have been seeing a lot of like notes about what the songs are gonna be like and the vibe of them. And even if I know that a lot, like, I'll be getting my copies a lot later than usual, because obviously they're shipping from Japan. But, I mean, I'm gonna consume that content as crazily as I can once I get my hands on them. So you can look forward to that, because I won't be shutting up about this particular album for, like, as soon as I get them, there's just gonna be a lot of content here about this. So with that said, I don't know, like, tell me down in comments below. Are you excited? Are you a King and Prince fan? I don't know, what do you think of Land? I keep on, like, in my head it's Land for some reason, because I just can't deal with the whole Land thing. But yeah, tell me down in comments below your thoughts, anything. Let's fangirl together. I wish that I can meet more of Tiaras here in my channel, obviously, because I have a lot over on Twitter, but here I just need to interact with more people here. So there's that. So please give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and if you're new to my channel and you would want to hear more from me, please hit subscribe. Thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you so much, and I'll be seeing you again soon in a new one. Bye.